Hi, welcome back to the Corbin Report, everyone. Today I'm talking about NFL defensive players ending holdout, veterans being released from their team when I think they would have made the team dangerous when healthy, and one NBA veteran who returned home to LA. Stay tuned to find out who. Now to start off with the NFL, and the first defensive player, rookie, Shemar Stewart of the Bengals, who ended his holdout and agreed to his rookie contract, and Bengals secured this defensive end to a 4-year contract. And the numbers, according to ESPN via CBS, are 10.4 million signing bonus and fully guaranteed 18.97 million. In just 3 seasons at Texas A&M, according to sportsreference.com, he played 37 games, had 30 solo tackles, and 35 assisted with 4.5 sacks. I don't know much about Stewart, but it looks like he can get to the ball, and this is what the Bengals need, especially if they're unable to keep Trey Hendrickson. If they are able to keep both of them, the two edge rushers, they're dangerous, and if not, the Bengals will just be a good team. Oh, excuse me. And according to ProFootballReference.com, 36 quarterback hits, 13 assisted tackles, 33 solo tackles, and 17.5 sacks. And that is Trey Hendrickson's stat from last season. Now they need to figure out something to keep this veteran who can mentor the rookie. Sticking with the Bengals, they did make a move on offense, signing former starter for the Atlanta Falcons quarterback Desmond Ridder. Now they have another backup for Burrow if he needs rest or gets injured, which don't ever want that for anyone. Also, with football being back this week, July 31st is the Hall of Fame game between the Chargers and the Lions, and football preseason starts August 7th. So will you be watching all the games? Or just your team, or none of the games? Also, will any starters play in these games? Let me know your thoughts to this question. Now let's move on to the veteran who got released. Also a defensive player who, when healthy, would make this team dangerous alongside Raiders defensive end Max Crosby. Is defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. As I said, I think they should have kept him. They could have been good for them defensively. And according to NFL.com, because of his decision whether or not he's going to have surgery on his foot, they also said in NFL.com it's a shocking decision as they just signed Wilkins to a 4-year, $110 million extension. This is all to null $35.25 million in guarantees. Now moving on to the offensive side of the ball, and also the NFC, so the other side of the coin, literally both, or figuratively both, on in the NFC and offense, is the New York Giants. Russell Wilson is going to be the Giants' starting quarterback. He was part of the process that helped lead Pittsburgh to the playoffs. How will he fare with this team? Which to me, the Giants last year were horrible. And they have like 2 notable players in Malik Neighbors and Kayvon Thibodeau. I don't understand why Russ would go here, honestly, after he did okay with Pittsburgh. And they got DK Metcalf from the Seahawks. Will he help the Giants have a 500 record? Or a winning record? Because now they have 17 games. Unless they move to 18. Because, let's see, realistically, they are in the NFC East with Redskins, Eagles, and Cowboys. And I do think if they can attract the right players in the future, they have a bright future, and they do have a good record running back in Cam Scadaboo, one of the steals in the draft. Sticking in the NFC, the Saints lost one of their key defensive players who decided to retire, and Tyrann Mathieu, also known as Honey Badger. Then they signed Julian Blackmon, according to NFL.com. Not the same. His contract, according to NFL.com, is for 1 year and up to $6.5 million. Only thing I can see is Blackmon is younger. Matthew was a beast and won a Super Bowl, and the Saints defense keeps getting good while their offense continues to go downhill. He had 3 interceptions last season, 2 forced fumbles, 47 solo tackles, and 15 assisted according to ProFootballReference.com. Oh, excuse me. He played 17 games, which is the whole season. They still do have Justin Reed, and Blackmon, according to NFL.com, has 300 tackles and 10 interceptions. Now on to the Tennessee Titans. Injury bug there. Quarterback Will Levis, who I guess for the Titans is not never won injuries to anyone, but they did get the number 1 pick in the draft and got quarterback Cam Ward, who seems to be their starter. Will Levis, quarterback, is undergoing surgery on his throwing shoulder. He played a few games last season, and then they drafted Ward, as I mentioned. And I would say this is bad, but it's also, he's not their starter, and I don't wish injuries on anyone, even with a new quarterback in Cam Ward, who's athletic. I don't think the Titans will do good. Kind of will be like the Giants, have aspiring hopes in the future, but maybe quite a bit of ways before they get anywhere unless they do something within the next season. And in the AFC South, which the Titans are in, you have the Texans and Colts, and then Jaguars and Titans, which I think will be the bottom 2. They'll either finish last or third, and the only way I can see them going second doing good this season somehow is if the Colts and Jaguars mess up their own seasons. We are talking about the AFC South, by the way. Now, the Miami Dolphins, they may have lost defensive player Jalen Ramsey to the Steelers, but they did get Minka Fitzpatrick back, who reunited, came back to the team he played for before, who is a safety, and they did sign 2 cornerbacks in Mike Hilton and Jack Jones. I don't know much about Jones, but I do know Hilton played for the Steelers and Bengals, and he's no Ramsey. Neither is Fitzpatrick, but Hilton fills the void of cornerback. Speaking of returning home, now we're going to go on to a different sport. So if you like the NFL, that's what we have, and then stay tuned because I'm thinking of ranking each division and the teams, and I did say that last time. I haven't done that yet. That's going to take a while, but that's what I'm going to do next. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to hear about, comment subscribe to YouTube at The Corbin Report and make some comments, and on Spotify, Twitter, all social media, and let me know. Going to the NBA, veteran point guard Chris Paul returns home on a 1-year, $3.6 million deal. This is according to NBA.com. And he will be in a reserve role, and he is a second in all-time assists and steals. He's got a defense, but can make plays and get buckets in the paint, and mid-range as well. And I can see him backup point guard. And the Clippers just got depth either way by signing Beal and getting John Collins, and signing veteran Brook Lopez, with who I can see as a backup center as well. The Clippers do have a mix of older veterans and younger players. And Kawhi Leonard has won the finals before. Can he help the Clippers get to one? Now, how I see the lineup or the starters for this is James Harden at point guard, Bradley Beal at shooting guard, Kawhi Leonard at small forward, John Collins playing power forward, which is where the Clippers missed last season when Leonard would play that, or when he was injured, or they'd have Derrick Jones play small forward or power forward, or someone else, and Ivica Zubac at center. Then as a backup, you got Chris Paul at point guard, Bogdanovich at shooting guard, Derek Jones at small forward, Nicholas Batum at power forward, Brook Lopez at center, and in the rotation somewhere, Chris Dunn, who's a point guard, can play shooting guard, and he's also one of the veterans. And I don't know how tall he is, but I would say he's on the shorter end of players. He's also played small forward, and I would say he's in the rotation. So that would be my lineup, how I would see it. And then, of course, they can mix it up, do this and that. And, of course, if they all stay healthy, yes, you lost your shooter in Norman Powell, but then you got Bradley Beal, which was an upgrade because Norman Powell helped the Clippers when they were injured with his shooting. By trading him away to Miami, you also got a true power forward in John Collins. So you got a 2-for-1 there. So what will the Clippers do? We'll find out. And then if there's any other basketball, football news, soccer, baseball, hockey, any other sport you can think of, let me know at the Corbin Report on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Not LinkedIn. Any other place you can think of, Spotify. Comment, subscribe. Let me know, and talk to you guys soon. Bye. Thank you.